Advantage outweigh disadvantage. Whenever this essay comes, I always have problem as to how many advantages should I write or how many disadvantages should I write. This outweigh part is always confusing. Do you have any video that can help me understand how to fix the problem with respect to advantage outweigh disadvantage as far as IELTS writing essay is concerned? Then trust me, this video is for you because I will be taking up an essay, explain the entire feedback on the mistakes that the essay has, what score the essay scores, and lot many things. Make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul from Skills IELTS. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with it, another video. Today's video is all about advantage outweigh disadvantage with a proper essay and the feedback, lot of elements and whatnot. Before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance, you can WhatsApp us to the number given there. We will be there, I'll be there to help you guide you in the right direction. Alright, let's get into the video straight away. Let me just share my screen. This is the question. At present time, the population of some countries includes a relatively larger number of youth adults or young adults compared to the number of old people. That's the question. There are more young people than the old. Do advantage of this scenario outweigh the disadvantage? Remember this, whenever you have advantage outweigh disadvantage, it is not about the number of advantages and the number of disadvantages. It's the outweigh, weigh, the impact. You can write one advantage and 5 disadvantage and still say advantage outweigh disadvantage. Let's say you wrote an advantage which weighs, let's say, 200 kg weigh. Disadvantage, you wrote 5 disadvantage, all of them weigh only 1 kg. So overall it's 5 kg, it's 200 kg. The impact is what is important. And what structure that needs to be used? Second paragraph you talk about advantage. Third paragraph you talk about disadvantage and prove that it is not so impactful. Then last paragraph you can say advantage outweigh disadvantage. This is the paragraph that needs to be used. So let's see, I've got an essay. Let me just review the essay right in front of you with respect to task response, coherence, cohesion, lexical resource and grammar. These 4 are the components with which you will be scored in the exam as well. Let's see this essay, how much does it score. This is the first paragraph. Currently, the young population of certain countries are more in comparison to the number of old people. I believe that this situation is advantageous compared to its disadvantages. Probably you don't write like this. I believe the situation has more advantages, or the situation's advantage outweigh the disadvantage, because the question is about outweigh compared to its disadvantage. This is also fine, but I always suggest people to use the word outweigh the same as in the question. So here the student has given a viewpoint saying advantage outweigh disadvantage. This has 200 kg, this is only 5 kg. Now second paragraph he has to prove with impactful advantages. Third paragraph he will write few disadvantages wherein they are not much impactful. Fourth paragraph he will conclude saying advantage outweigh disadvantage. This is the structure. So let's see. Firstly, in certain countries across the globe, there's a rapid increase in their youth population, and when they are properly trained, that's his main idea, it results in a great human resource trained in the current technology. Excellent point, but it has been written in a much, 3-4 lines, could have been written in a smaller sentence. Firstly, more the younger population means better the human resource. This is because, so whenever you talk about the main idea, talk in small lines, so that they hold that weightage. But irrespective of that, the idea is correct. This results in increased foreign investments compared to countries with more older population. He is comparing. This is mainly because the number of available working, well-trained young employees attracts a lot of foreign companies to invest in the country, providing a great foreign reserve. Idea is good. Perhaps he could have also added the situation where older people have these problems, as a result they don't add value. Probably he could have added. It's okay, I think he would have added to the disadvantages. For instance, India being a country of higher youth population is a hub of international software companies which has resulted in steady increase in the GDP of the entire nation. So the increased youth population provides the path for increasing country's reserves. Pay more attention. The question is advantage of the scenario, advantage of the situation outweigh the disadvantage. What is the situation? Situation is more number of youth compared to less number of old people. Let's say out of 100 people in a small area, 80 are youth, 20 are old. If this scenario exists throughout the country, what is the advantage? This is the advantage. More young people, more trained professionals. They can be trained properly. They're more exuberant, more energetic. Because less people are less. Old people are less rather. So this idea is fine to an extent. It could have been written in a much better way, but still the coherence quotient task response is fine. Hold on, the catch is still there. Task response 0, the catch is still there. Second paragraph is fine. Now third paragraph, person should have written disadvantages of more youth and less old. Pay more attention. Not the disadvantages of having old people. Remember this, the question is different. More youth, less old. What is the advantage? More youth, less old. What is the disadvantage? Remember. I'll just read out the question for you again. At the present time, the population of some country include relatively larger young than the old. So if more 80 young and 20 old, what is the advantage? 80 young and 20 old, what is the disadvantage? Advantage is fine. He's continuing the advantage in the third paragraph. No need to write. He could have jumped to disadvantage. But he's continuing, no problem. Let's see. Probably third paragraph he has to talk about disadvantage. Secondly, the budget of a country towards health and betterment of older people is reduced when youth outnumbers the old. Perfect. Although the youth requires health services, it definitely is negligible when compared to old. This amount of the nation can be utilized in many other sectors like technology, defense, eventually making the country one of the great powers of the world. Excellent. Addedly, the creativity of the youth is high when compared to older people, resulting in better environment. Singapore, being a nation of the youth, is considered as a better place to live due to the developed technology and advancement. It's all perfect. Maybe this addedly and all is not required, because here he is talking about the advantages of having youth. The question is not about advantages of having youth. The question is about advantages of having more youth and less old. So whatever you say, you should compare. Which the first two ideas are fine. Third idea is not required. So yes, more or less this is perfectly fine. But hold on. He has to write about the disadvantages of the scenario. Only youth, old is very less, old people are very less. Then where do you get the direction from? Those are the disadvantages. Hope you are getting it. So now let's say, conversely, the increased youth results in issues such as unemployment. How? He has to write. More youth and less old. How it results in unemployment? Be more clear, add clarity. This can be easily overcome by proper policy making of the government. Like what? China has adopted policies. What policies? This entire thing is wrong. So meaning, pay more attention. This has not been written at all. Wrote in 2 lines, small lines. Where is coherence quotient? Idea is also wrong. You perhaps should write when there are more young and less old. You don't get enough people to give you direction. There are very less people to share their experience. That is the disadvantage. Here disadvantage, it increases the problem of unemployment. How? Not written. So this advantage outweigh disadvantage. Second paragraph is fine. Outweigh part is written. Third paragraph, disadvantage is completely wrong. So as a result, only half is answered. Task response out of 9. Pay more attention. 5.5. Coherence quotient out of 9, 5.5. Grammar and vocabulary 7. So overall this would be 6.5. If you're wondering why I am getting 6.5 every time, this is the reason. Task response is wrong. So people assume that they have addressed it correctly. Here he should have explained it. See what best he could have done. This secondly, he should have removed, and conversely he should have expanded it with a better idea. Not this unemployment. I don't agree with this, because old also you need to give preference. Whatever you write, you need to compare young and the old. So the decreased guidance will be present. That is the main idea. So this is wrong. That means our disadvantages he has not even written. To conclude, higher youth population may create temporary issues such as unemployment. The question is not about higher youth population. The question is about higher youth and lower old. Remember, 90% of the people write advantages of having more youth. The question is not about advantages of having youth. The question is about advantages of having more youth over old. Remember, this is the subtlety involved in the task response. However, the advantages such as improved living condition and increased foreign reserves clearly outweigh how. Where did you write? Here you need to write few things which is not there. So overall this will be 6.5. Hope you are getting it. You want to have a free feedback, please don't text us in the WhatsApp. Please, it's a paid service. Appreciate our time. But you can comment here in the YouTube for the same question. I or my team or I will definitely have a look into it, look at it and give you the feedback as detailed as possible with a scoring. This you can avail the service. Do leave a comment in the comment section if you like the video, and also you can post your essay for this question. We'll definitely come back at the earliest into the needful. This is Nakul signing off from Skills IELTS. You want more informative content like this, do leave a comment and do leave your appreciation with a thumbs up. Soon I will be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.